crystal clear.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm AwestruckVox, and Cartoon Network, Latin America, Brazil, Argentina, Asgard. Chill out with all these clips. I mean, I get why they do it. I think it's a cool way to promote, here are clips from all the shows that we're gonna premiere episodes of soon. So, yet again, we have footage from the upcoming Steven Universe May special. The episodes can't go back in a single pose. Now, this time there's no translations. I'm recording this pretty much as soon as I saw it. But this time around, you don't really need translations to see what's going on. You can pretty much piece it together. And I mean, at this point, we have a lot of both episodes. The first half of Can't Go Back and the middle segment of A Single Pale Rose. So let's just dive in, go through what we see, have a good time. So right off the bat, we see Steven's getting ready for bed routine, or at least the very end of it. He wishes Perry a good night, and it cuts to Peridot just passed out in the bathtub. I don't know if she's sulking, I don't know if she's just genuinely asleep. It looks like she's out cold, but it could just be her depressed because Lapis is gone. She took the barn, she's crushed, but hey, at least she has Pumpkin. As Steven hops into bed, we can see a Tux MC Bear. Foreshadowing perhaps? But as soon as Steven begins to rest, he's interrupted by Ronaldo. Essentially, here's what happens. Bro, it's 3 a.m. What in the hell could you possibly want? Steven, I found something, and it's on the moon. And I'm assuming this leads to this. As you saw in the previous promos, Steven ends up at the observatory, looks into the telescope, and spots the barn on the moon, which leads to Ronaldo having many questions. Steven, with the help of Lion, transports to the moon base. Steven thanks Lion for his hard work, allowing him to rest, and Steven immediately embarks outside in his bubble, bouncing towards the barn. Now, I was under the impression Steven going to the barn would be at the end of the episode after his apparent falling out of Lapis that leads her opening the door to the moon base, but that doesn't seem to be the case. We can infer Steven's observing the fact the barn is on the moon, questioning why it's there in the first place, why Lapis chose the moon, or maybe that she must miss Earth, something along the line of either of those. Also, notice the grass around the barn, so you can argue Lapis has a piece of Earth with her at all times. Aw, isn't that sweet? Steven enters the barn and calls out for Lapis' name, only to be met with silence. She isn't in here. Obviously, this is what leads to Steven walking back into the moon base. This shot right here, which I previously thought was him looking at White Diamond's mural, and it could still be, but more than likely, he manages to hear Lapis on the bottom floor. So there goes the entire first half of the episode. We know it. Moving on, we jump to A Single Pale Rose. Assumably, Steven and Pearl are conversing over the location of Pearl's phone. Now, you wonderful people in my comments were speculating that perhaps Pearl does attempt to text Steven the truth behind Pink Time, but true to form, the nature of whatever seal is on Pearl preventing her from talking about Pink Diamond forces her to toss the phone into her gem. Now, without translations here, I have to make a wild guess, but maybe Steven uses an app similar to Find My Phone, Find Friends, attempting to locate where Pearl's phone is, only to say, yeah, Pearl, it doesn't say it's anywhere. Pearl's response is along the lines of, that can't be right, and proceeds to summon her phone, but instead draws out a television remote, and then a violin. Wait, is that the same violin Connie had before? Wild. And then a book. I believe that book is the same one from Space Race that they utilized to construct the rocket ship, followed by a spare Steven shirt, a wad of cash. We know the Crystal Gems gotta pay them bills. Where did they get their money from? Unless Greg loaned them some money. Would he even be alone at that point? We can assume he won't get paid back. Steven lightly remarks, do you need help finding it, or can you find it? Is it in there? And we can assume Pearl, in frustration, shouts out something similar to, I don't know. Next up, we have an extension of the scene we saw prior, with Steven arriving inside Pearl's Pearl. And wouldn't you know, another Pearl's in there. Going off of last time, where we learned Pearl sorts everything in her gem by alphabetical order, she goes to the phone section of her storage. We see a plant, we see various Polaroids, we see phone books, and look at all those numbers Pearl racked up. This person even left their Gmail. We see Mystery Girl's number. God, Pearl is just pulling the ladies, and maybe even a few men. We don't know, we can make guesses. But if Dewey had the hots for Pearl, I'm assuming she's pulling everybody. And I think this goes to show not to sink anybody's ships. That Pearl isn't just hanging on to Mystery Girl. Considering she didn't know what a phone number was until that episode, these are all after. Pearl has been getting around. she's been making quite a few acquaintances, and I want to see an episode of Pearl just going on dates. So everybody going, oh my god, Mystery Girl's just another Rose clone. You're not progressing her character. I think this is a subtle way to address those complaints that, guys, no, she is moving on. How many of these people has she even called back? Ooh, I want to know. And we also see an old-fashioned landline phone. Nice. The person who left their Gmail also said, don't forget, dude, you are thirsty. But I mean, have you seen Pearl? How could you not be? Still, unable to find her cell phone, Pearl realizes, oh, it must be in the C section, which we can figure out due to all the items there. Cannon, candy, cards, cuttlefish, cassette, cauldron, culinary knife, clock, controller, custard, the good stuff. Why does Pearl have so much food there? Doesn't even like food. Why is it in there? I want answers. Actually, wait, hold up. Or unless all the time she didn't eat her food, she was putting in her gemstone. Maybe Steven made her food before in the past, and she was like, yeah, Steven, it's really good, while shoving into her gemstone. And if that's the case, Steven, you better call her out. But yeah, the cell phone isn't there either. It's missing. Our final clip is once again from Single Pale Rose. I'm assuming towards the third act of the episode, the big climax. We can infer Steven went inside a few more pearls. Or at least just one. And he ends up at the gem wall. He's trying to figure out where he is, he trips, and then we get our familiar shot of Steven looking at a bunch of gemstones. Poofed gems. And I assume Steven begins to pontificate why Pearl sent him here. Why is the search for a cell phone taking him all the way back to this memory? And if they were talking about Pink Diamond and the phone got sent to her gemstone by force, it would make sense why it got sent back here to this memory to Pink Diamond. The two things are associated, and that's honestly crazy to me. And I think that's where I'm going to wrap this all up. Sorry for the lack of translations, but again, you can pretty much infer everything that's happening. Please, no more footage. No more. Let's just experience this, you know? Let's just go into this and enjoy what we have left. But as always, what do you guys think? Which episode are you excited for the most? Can't Go Back or Single Pale Rose? Lapis or Pearl? Decisions. What do you think of all those numbers in Pearl's phone? Let us know in the comments below, or tweet those thoughts directly to me at AwestruckVox or at the Roundtable on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at Roundtable Vids. Help us grow by subscribing to the Roundtable on Patreon. For $3, you can get access to exclusive perks and have your name featured at the end of the video like all these beautiful, wonderful people. Links in the description. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and if you're new here, subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications, stay in the loop with all things Steven. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful day. AwestruckVox out.